Good morning. Had to check with Pastor Dwight to make sure we got that sling away from Alan before I was going to come up here. Um, so, we've had other than the last couple of weeks we've been out, the deacons were encouraged to come up and speak about what Stony Point Baptist means to them. And for me, I can't do that without pointing back to Christ first. 21 years ago, on Super Bowl Sunday, the Lord got a hold of me at Pleasant Grove Baptist. I started dating this girl, and which meant I was dating her family. And if you was going to be around them, you needed to go to church. And I had made a proper mess of how I thought to go about things. And started going to church with them, and after about 8 months, I was sitting there one Sunday with no idea what was getting ready to happen, but Lord did. And I walked down that aisle, and I felt the most relief I've ever felt in my entire life. Didn't really understand it all. But I knew something was different. Of course, y'all know the story from there. Benny held me with the gun and said, "You gonna marry my daughter?" He's a pretty good sized fellow, like a good shot, so I said, "Yeah, I reckon that's the plan." The last time I was in that church was the day we were married. So we started a marriage without a church. And that's a tough thing. First year of marriage was a lot of fun, a lot of heartache, and learning that you're wrong about a whole lot more than you ever thought you were. And it was hard for us. Angela really struggled. I really struggled because we knew we didn't have a church home. For several years we were nomadic in that respect, going from church to church trying to find that home, and started hearing about this Stony Point Baptist, and Angela knew most of y'all already. And I said, "Yeah, let's give it a shot." And first time we came here, it felt like home. Going back to that story, I don't remember what happened in the Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all do, but the biggest miracle I've ever seen came about 5-6 weeks later. It was about a 5'8", 5'9", 180-pound soaking wet pastor baptized me about 3 weeks after shoulder surgery. I can only imagine the prayer that he had before and after that feat. But we started coming here, had 3 children, had the blessing to see them all baptized here. Nephew and niece to be baptized here, and another niece soon to be baptized here. And prior to COVID, I had lost my best friend. I had a business that was kind of going down here, which I'd poured everything in. As men, you're supposed to provide, so you pour everything into your work. Our middle son, Willie, got sick with cancer. We were in a hospital. I pretty well shut down outside contact. But I got text. From men in this church that, "Hey, I'm lifting you up in prayer." They didn't know what we were going through, but they did know what we were going through, and they knew to pray for us. When we had his service, the fellowship hall was just as full as the sanctuary during the middle of COVID. And you can try and have blinders on because you're focused on the moment. But it was impossible to walk in there and walk out of there without feeling love. And I want to thank each of y'all for that. Prior to Willie getting sick, again, my focus was work. I'd gotten a little lax. There were Sundays upon Sundays where many of y'all saw Angela toting 3 in here. Some of them I was traveling with work, and some of them I was sorry. I just didn't get out of bed. But during that whole time with Willie, and prayers and texts from y'all, I was encouraged to seek the Lord. If you don't know the Lord, seek him now. There's a reason that troops go to boot camp and they get trained before they go to war. I had that preparation, but I had not followed it to the T, and that was a very hard time, even with the support and prayers. So I encourage you, if you haven't made that decision, if you're a parent, whether you're a mother or father, and you're going through and you think you've got it figured out, if the Lord's not part of your every single day, spending time with him in his word, get it right now. You don't want to go through anything without him, especially a hard time. Coming out, kind of getting back our bearings as a family after Willie passed, I had grown closer, not only to the Lord, but I think our family had really pulled tight in, as you have to. I spent more time in the Word, more time in prayer, and this church gave me opportunity to serve in ways that I did not think that I deserved. That's been a blessing to me. Serving as a deacon is something that you get the call, you don't feel worthy of that. I look at many of the men in this church who have served as deacons, and I put them on a pedestal, and they constantly remind me, don't do that. And I want to say thank you for that. If you don't have a way to serve the Lord in your church, you should seek it. It is the biggest blessing that you will receive. So, honestly, I just want to thank y'all for loving us. I want to thank you for praying for us, not only during a sickness, but continuing. We see this happen in our church family all the time, people praying for one another. And that's a blessing. So what do I think about when I think about Stony Point Baptist? I think love and family. Some of y'all may be that third, fourth cousin down the line. We don't like to talk about the cousin Eddies, but we still love y'all regardless. But that's all I have. Thank y'all.